Kia ora e te whānau. G'day everyone, and welcome to the
Church of Chug.
Today in the Church of Chug, my little chuglets, we're going to look at a cool lick or riff. What's the difference? Not too sure. A lick or riff is usually a group of single notes rather than chords. You know, you can play chord pattern, a G, D, A or whatever, but a lick or a riff is usually single notes in a certain rhythmic grouping. I mean, you can have a riff like Saskatchewan by Super Red. Doesn't have to be a lot of notes, it just has to be a specific rhythmic grouping of one or more notes, and that's instantly recognizable if you know the song, which is awesome, by the way. Superette song Saskatchewan. Today though, I'm looking at more than one note, and it's going to be this little lick slash riff here, which is great, right? You've probably already spotted something weird. You're going, can this be true, Big Turkey? Is it possible to play both a major and a minor note in the same lick slash riff? And the answer is yes, because you can do whatever you like, as I said before. Now, the interplay between major and minor notes is often used in blues music that you may have heard of. Blues music, yes. The tension, remember I've said this before, tension and release, yeah? And you're creating interest in your lines. So I'm just going to bite the bullet here. We've known each other for a while now, right? We can be open and honest with each other. I'm going to show you a scale. Yeah, okay, here we go. A major scale. I will even turn the volume up so you can hear it. Right, that's one place you can play that scale in. It continues on up the strings and you can come up here, but because we're playing this lick slash riff in this position today, I'm only concerned with the notes of the scale here. And because I don't want to have too many notes, because that's too much thinking, I'm going to play a pentatonic scale, which just means I'm only going to use 5 notes from that scale, and they're going to be this note, and this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. So we've got the first, the root note, we've got the third, major third, C sharp, we've got the fourth, which is D, we've got the fifth, which is E, and we've got the major sixth, which is F sharp. I actually am going to leave out the fourth as well. I just don't need too many notes, let's not get carried away. So now we've got the root note, major third, the fifth, and the major sixth. And here's where I insert, if you'll excuse me, the minor third as well. So root note, minor third, which is C, major third, C sharp, fifth, which is E, major sixth, which is F sharp. So it's rolling the minor third into the major and on up to the 5, which gives you that country rockin' goodness. It's finger licking good, right? It's a Jimmy Page kind of country rock type of vibe. So here's the lick. See, you can throw different bits in at the end if you like. I use the, what are you going to call that, dominant 7? I don't know, it's a 7. It's the G note. And then back down to the minor third. So here's why most guitar players, myself included, like to play songs in E, A or D, because I can move that up to D, I can move it down to E, and I've got open strings to play off. Or so now with the D and the E, I'm playing power chords, and the A really. So with the D, open D, and second fret of the G. Because if I tried to hold a full D chord, I would need several other fingers to complete this lick. Someone can probably do it, but I can't. So that's why it's easy to do them in power chords in D, A and E. And I can leave that D ringing out when I'm not playing the major and minor third. So it just rocks harder. Now if you wanted to play it in C, again there's probably someone who can do that. I feel like I need extra fingers. So what do? You already know what I'm going to say, right? Because we know each other pretty well. What do? I cheat. I'm going to leave the root note out of it. I'm using the top of my finger here to mute the A string, and I'm using my thumb to mute the E string. When I go to play the notes that I want, the minor and major third notes are on the A string. They're in front of my finger, so they can be heard, but everything 5th fret back can't be heard. So you're only hearing, in this case, the, what's that, a G and a C on the D and G strings, until I play those notes on the 6th and 7th frets of the A string. So even if I hit the A string by mistake at the start, you can't hear a note ring out. But it's just easier down here by this headstock thing, because you can play off open notes. So you can move that lick/riff around the different areas of the fretboard if you're canny about it, and you mute notes that you don't want to hear. Anywho, I hope you're looking after yourselves. There's some pretty crappy stuff happening in the world at the moment. Just be kind to yourself and be kind to others. Remember, we can all choose every day not to be an arsehole. And that is the Church of Chug approved message. So have a good time with that lick/riff. And I guess I'll do some more stuff about scales. You can see now why you might want to learn scales, right? Even though you're probably going like, frickin' scales, really? Yes, scales, really. And then you can learn things like that. Or you can just, you don't, you know? It's okay if you don't learn scales too. You can just learn licks/riffs. And you can still play a rockin' good time. Alright, so have fun with that. And we'll chug you later.